Yasuke, whatever the hell his name is the greatest assassin Ubisoft has ever made. That is true. That is unequivocally factual. And you want to know why? It's because he single-handedly killed that entire studio. That's right. Don't let the door hit you on the assassin on the way out. Now, I'm gonna need you to hit the like button and subscribe. Oh, and make sure to follow me on Twitter because there's a lot of funny stuff that goes on over there. Now, if you're unaware, Ubisoft's dialogue went from Breaking Bad to High School Musical in about 8 years. Assassin's Creed 2 was such a beautiful game. It genuinely upsets me how this is the same company that made that masterpiece. I mean, wow, what a bunch of wankers. It's kind of poetic though how Ubisoft grew with Assassin's Creed and now it dies with Assassin's Creed. You know what's funny? Assassin's Creed Black Flag had better sword fighting mechanics than this new AC Shadows. And Black Flag came out in 2013. That is just a new level of incompetence I didn't even think Ubisoft could get to. I mean, Tenchu on the GameCube had better assassin gameplay than whatever AC Shadows is. You have this Yasuke character who's out of place the same way Shrek is out of place in Skyrim. You have this dude walking around in battle armor the whole time in the middle of a village. That's like wearing tactical armor, SWAT team armor in the slums of India. That is just too much overkill. I mean, you're supposed to be an assassin, and by the way, wouldn't all these villagers just run back inside once they hear all that metal clanking against each other a mile away? Anyway, look, Ubisoft is back with another one of its stinkers. They are living up to their very true motto of copy and paste. Did I ever tell you the definition of what insanity is? Insanity is doing the exact same thing over and over again, expecting to change. That would be crazy and that would be stupid too. I mean, the early reviews for Ghost of Tsushima from Temu came out a few days ago, and imagine my shock. Ubisoft doesn't make good games anymore. This is what happens when your studio is flooded by a bunch of lazy millennial idiots who don't understand how to make a game for a target audience. I mean, remember that 50% of the people who made it never made a game before. Let that sink in. That is what they really think about your favorite franchises. But listen, this reminds me of the whole Disney Star Wars disaster. They were literally given lightning in a bottle, a license to print money, and instead they followed a recipe to turn gold into a steaming pile of dog. If they weren't doing it to our favorite franchises, I would find it funny, but you know what? I'm going to laugh anyway because listen, Ubisoft made a comment a few months ago saying that players shouldn't get used to owning their games anymore. And gamers rightfully push back, but I can't help but laugh and smile at the irony because these people can't get comfortable with owning their own company anymore, so bravo, dickheads. You know what? Just throw the whole company in the trash. Strip it for all its IPs and chuck everything else into the dumpster fire. We all know it's going to happen sooner or later. They can't keep the lights on over there. It's not a matter of if it happens, it's a matter of when it happens. Now, we'll get to that in a minute or so, but the historical inaccuracies in Assassin's Creed Shadow is the wildest thing. These same French frogs would do crazy amounts of research. So the world you are playing in, the world you're inhabiting, was as accurate as it could be. I know it sounds crazy, but they put a lot of time and effort into Assassin's Creed 2. You could literally use the city's layout to check codex logs to teach about the Renaissance. It was that informative. Now fast forward to today and it's just superficial BS. That's right, corporate bullshit. The ability, by the way, in Assassin's Creed Shadows to kill indiscriminately without consequences was a major red flag for me. I remember thinking, what? You're telling me I can kill any random civilian without getting desynced, no reaction from the game, world whatsoever? That is unforgivable. It's 2025. Get with the times, you I mean, in a weird way, this kind of shows how hateful Ubisoft actually is. In the older Assassin's Creed games, it was actually discouraged attacking civilians and it would desynchronize you from the character because there's an implicit understanding that those characters didn't do those things. So what AC Shadows is inadvertently admitting is that these two protagonists are actually murderous scumbags. Oh yes, that's excellent. Anyway, so that's not all I wanted to talk about. Ubisoft has shut down its studio in the UK. UK and fired 185 employees across several of his offices. The Leamington office worked on Star Wars Outlaws, trash. Skull and Bones, trash. Avatar's The Frontiers of Pandora, still trash. Yeah, the thing is, we tried to warn them. We told them very clearly, go woke, go broke. But the thing is, these companies didn't listen. They really underestimated the silent majority. The silent majority, most sane people are just watching from the sidelines and voting with their wallets. Whereas they are pivoting their entire business for a handful of people that love to yap about everything on Twitter. Now, let's be honest, most of those people aren't quite all the way there in their mental. Either way, their stock has plummeted 90% since January 2021. I mean, you'd have better off buying meme coins, degenerate meme coins, than Ubisoft stocks at this point. And on that bombshell, Manic's out.